Hola y bienvenida a Enfresp. En este video vamos a ver cómo dices de dónde eres y dónde vives. In this video we are going to look at how you say where you're from and where you live. Before we begin, please can I ask you to like this video and click on the bell to subscribe to our channel. Initially, we are looking at how to ask where are you from and how to answer this question. To be able to translate this question into Spanish, we need to find the verb, which is not an obvious one. The verb here is to be, which is an irregular verb in both English and Spanish. If you're unsure of the conjugation of ser, to be, check out our video 1.8. Otherwise, for now, I'll assume you have been practicing and know the conjugation perfectly. So we want to ask, where are you from? The order of words will be, from where are you? Let's ask this formally first. The word from is di in Spanish, and where is donde. You will hopefully recall from our previous video the 5 main question words, who, what, where, when, and why, all have an accent when they form a question and no accent when they form a statement. So if we were saying, I am from a place where it's cold, the word where would have no accent. But we are saying, where are you from? Which is a question, so there is an accent. So we have de donde, and we now need you are in formal language, which is es. And remember that questions start with a question mark upside down in Spanish. ¿De dónde es? Repeat after me. ¿De dónde es? And to make this informal, we need you are informal, which is eres. ¿De dónde eres? Repeat after me. ¿De dónde eres? To answer this question, we say, I am from. And remember, we can drop the pronoun, so it's soy de. So if we're from Wales, we'd say, soy de Gales. And if we're from Canberra, we'd say, soy de Canberra. Repeat after me. Soy de Gales. Soy de Canberra. And now I'll ask you where you're from and you can answer. ¿De dónde eres? Where you're from and where you live may be 2 different places. So now we'll look at how to ask and answer, where do you live? The verb here is to live, which in Spanish is vivir. Remember that V's are pronounced B for bumblebee, and I makes an E sound. Repeat after me, vivir. We have only looked at conjugating AR verbs previously, so let's look at how to conjugate an IR ending verb. We need to start with the root word, which is VIV, bib. To make I live, we add an O, bibo. Repeat after me, bibo. You live, informal and single, is formed by adding ES, bibes. Repeat after me, bibes. He or she lives, and you, formal, single, live, is formed by adding an E, bibe. Repeat after me, bibe. To say we live, we take the root word and add IMOS, bibimos. Repeat after me, bibimos. You live, informal and plural, is formed by adding I acute and an S, bibis. Repeat after me, bibis. And to say they live or you live, formal plural, we need to add EN, biben. Repeat after me, biben. This conjugation applies to all regular Spanish verbs ending in IR. You may now have an idea of how to ask formally, where do you live, to a single person. It's a simple phrase. It literally translates as, where live you? ¿Dónde vive? Repeat after me. ¿Dónde vive? And to make it informal, we just add an S to make the single informal you live. ¿Dónde vives? Repeat after me. ¿Dónde vives? Remember that formal language is rarely used in Spain nowadays. It's used mostly for elders you'd like to show respect to and professionals like police or judges or a boss you're meeting for the first time. So, to answer the question, ¿Dónde vives? We'd say, I live in. We know I live is vivo and in is en. So to say, I live in Edinburgh, we'd say, vivo en Edimburgo. And to say, I live in Nebraska, we'd say, vivo en Nebraska. Repeat after me. Vivo en Edimburgo. Vivo en Nebraska. The same phrase applies if you're talking about somewhere smaller. For example, I could say, vivo en Dovedale in Derbyshire in Inglaterra. I live in Dovedale in Derbyshire in England. Okay, I'm going to ask you where you live and you can answer me with where you live. ¿Dónde vives? You may want to put together what you've learned to say, I am from, but I live in. The word but in Spanish is pero. Repeat after me, pero. So, to say, I am from Vancouver, but I live in Montreal, Canada, we would say, soy de Vancouver, pero vivo en Montreal, Canada. Repeat this sentence after me. Soy de Vancouver, pero vivo en Montreal, Canada. Or we could say, I am from Australia, but I live in the United States. Soy de Australia, pero vivo en Estados Unidos. Repeat after me. Soy de Australia, pero vivo en Estados Unidos. Okay, let's finish up with a couple of translations. See if you can translate this into English. Hola, me llamo Carla. Soy americana. Soy de Alabama, pero vivo en Atlanta. Okay, so Carla said, hi, my name is Carla. I am American. I am from Alabama, but I live in Atlanta. Let's do another one. See if you can translate this sentence. Buenas tardes, me llamo David. Soy español. Soy de Málaga, pero vivo en Barcelona. Okay, so David, or David in English, said, good afternoon, my name is David, I am Spanish, I am from Malaga, but I live in Barcelona. Okay, let's do one more. See if you can translate into Spanish this time. The phrase I'd like you to translate, please, is, good morning, my name is Eva, I am English, I am from Doncaster, but I live in Manchester. So in Spanish, this sentence is, buenos días, me llamo Eva, soy de inglesa, soy de Doncaster, pero vivo en Manchester. Okay, hopefully you now feel confident in saying where you are from and where you live in Spanish. Espero que hayas disfrutado este video. I hope you've enjoyed this video y lo hayas encontrado útil and found it useful. If so, please give us a like and feel free to subscribe to our channel. Gracias y hasta la próxima.